why are we talking about the problem of evil in the first place if there is no God? What defines what evil is? In order to have evil, mustn't there be an objective good that evil is measured by? And if there's an objective good, mustn't there be an objective God who created that which is good? Who determines what objective moral evil is? So that's the first thing. The second thing with this question is, how do we understand the problem of the good? If there is evil, then there is good, but why is there good rather than evil all the time? So in other words, people think that the problem of evil is just a problem that defeats belief in God, but really the fact that we can raise the question at all already assumes that there is a normative source of a good world that evil is a falling away from. The other question is, how does Christianity specifically answer this question? Well, as you go through the religions of the world, the philosophies of this world, one of the things that is recurring in all of the religions and philosophies is somehow evil is attributed to the way things are. Well, the Christian story is pretty different. The origin of the world is the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, who eternally loved each other, and out of their mutual love for each other and joy in each other's existence, they together created a world that is not God, but reflects that joy and that love. Human beings with free will, created in the image of God, decided no longer to be God's image bearers. They wanted to be God themselves. Instead of being the moon reflecting the sun's light, they wanted to be the sun itself. As a result of that disobedience, that breaking of a covenant with God, the whole human race is plunged into sin and misery. There is no philosophical, to my mind, good philosophical answer to the problem of evil, because it's beyond our comprehension. However, there's a historical solution to the problem of evil, and that is the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Even in Job's experience, the book of Job has been this part of the Bible, has been this great test case of the question of the problem of suffering. How can a good God allow suffering? And there you hear lots of answers back and forth, sort of the way you do today, philosophers and theologians talking about it. But at some point, after listening to all of the different answers, Job says, you know what? Bottom line is, I know that my Redeemer lives. And that in this same body that is falling apart right now, decaying, covered with sores and disease, in this same flesh, I will be raised and will see my Redeemer with my own eyes as he stands upon this earth. I know my Redeemer lives. Ultimately, that's our hope. I don't have all the answers as to why God allows evil in the world, but the Bible does give us an answer about what he's done about it. He has assumed himself the debt that we couldn't pay, undoing that judgment, that curse that human beings have brought upon the world. He carried that himself. He paid that bill. He paid that debt. And he rose again from the dead, liberated from the bonds of sin and death, so that he could be the first fruits or the beginning of a new creation. And so we can be confident that the one who rose from the dead on the third day can be trusted when he says, Lo, I am with you even to the end of the age. And when I return, I will make all things new and wipe every tear from everyone's eye. Until then, I can't understand the mind of God. I don't have all the philosophical answers, but it will be resolved. And how do I know that? Because it already has been objectively resolved in the death and resurrection of Christ.